Okay, there's the beginning of it. And somebody asked me what time the sun comes up around here lately. It is 6:30 on the Monday, Tuesday morning. It won't be the coldest here for another half hour to an hour, and instead of being 28 to 32, it's been, we're like 25 this morning. 28 to 32, I don't worry too much about the water freezing. Hydrant right inside the door over there, I shut off this morning and unhooked the lines because when I went to fill the trough that doesn't have a float on it, the line was froze. And I see this one's turned on, which means hopefully it will shut off. Okay, it shut off. I don't like when the valves are froze solid, because they're not going to turn. At least it's shut off, so hopefully it doesn't blow them off. And since I'm not the one that fed last night and let the cows in to the feed barn, I don't know if this hydrant over here got shut off or not. I hope it did. Otherwise, we won't have any water out here till about 10 o'clock. Somebody might want to hose their boots off after they kick the cows out of the feed barn. Oh yeah, and no new babies today either. Now, I'm going to blame our extra cold on our friends to the north. We sent our wind towards you guys, and you gave us your cold. Not that it's that cold. We haven't been that warm during the day yet compared to most of the places either. Okay, this one got shut off anyway. Thankfully. Hopefully that one don't freeze up. There's hasn't been an issue, so anyway. Oh yeah. And there's the moon again. And there's getting to be a little color over there now. Doesn't take much for it to start. There's 3 minutes of your day wasted. I'm going to find a warm spot before my nose runs away. Okay, now it is 7 a.m. on the money. That's how much sun we got so far. Just thought I'd show you since people have asked. Oh, there it is mounted up. The cap is right there yet. I know there's some runs in it. Tough shit. That Rust-Oleum paint does not paint as good as the Do It Best. It's a little thinner. It's easier to make runs and stuff. And I gotta get fittings on it. I made those a little long just because I thought I needed to, and after I got it, it's like, nah, I ain't gonna cut them off. We'll leave them long. And there's one of the saddle tanks off the old 61 International truck we used to have. This was on the, there's two of them. They were stacked up below the shop down here. This one was on the bottom. We took the top one out and you could hear the rust shifting in it. It's like, okay, so much for that one. I'm not going to use it. I just don't. Yeah. It's really more than we need. It's 40, should be 44 gallon tank. I am going to take the brackets off and modify them to fit this other one. Cruise you around over here. Shake you up a little. This one's 8 inches shorter. Doesn't stick out as far. We're probably going to, I don't want to run it too freaking far forward, but we're probably going to end up running it up around here somewhere. Because I want to stay away from that little silver thing down there, for one. And for two, if we bring it back a little, I want something. That fill spout, which no, I'm not going to cut it and weld another one on. This thing's been used before. I ain't into playing with gas that way. It's kind of hard to reach. Like, that's about it. So I think if we go farther ahead, if we can run it up about there, not only puts the suction line right about where I wanted to put the pump to begin with, but I can reach farther in here. I can probably just about reach to get to the base bolt on that. So clean this thing up, paint it. So I gotta make those mounts fit because this is the bottom's radiused because we had the one piece formed. The way I always make tanks, whether we do it all separate pieces or get part of it formed, the inside is all welded except for the top. Because it's kind of hard to weld the top from the outside on the inside, you know. And another little quickie, little bumpies here. Those are spot welds through to a baffle. It's got a baffle in the middle of it. Stiffens them up nicely. And we always use 10 gauge, which is more or less 1/8 inch material for them. They're a heavy tank, but they also don't rust out for a long time. And you got to hit them pretty good to do any damage. And it may have to be a little higher than that. I don't know yet. The bad thing is the outlet's on the bottom of the tank. On the other rig, it was behind the cab above the frame, so it didn't matter there. You know, hindsight, should have put a suction tube in it, but that's not how we built it. So, that's what we got going on today. And I'm going to go grab some lunch, and then we'll come back and work on it some more.
Alright guys, we're waiting on baby arrival from my guard cow, Lena. She's not happy. She started pushing over in this pen in that little dip right here. And then she gave me the run around outside. So we could have one gigantic little Lena, or we could have two. But I'm going to lean back over here and I'm going to be a little quiet and see what she does. Oh, and here's one for Mel. I did my nails pink for Mama Mel.
Brendan, we got one of them cows like the one you're trying to get rid of.
Lena doesn't ever do this though.
She's never this bad, but she's one of those that never takes her eye off you. I mean, she ain't tried to hurt us, but for some reason she's decided she's going to try to kick everybody today. So literally just got her rope around her legs and she just went down. Not the position I want to pull a calf in, but you know, I guess it's the position we're going to do it in. Unless we can roll her, which we might try. Hey, if anybody's looking for one of them dark-colored cows with I believe a brindle-faced calf up by its side, go to BCP Farming and Trucking. Check him out. He's got one for sale. She's a very kind-hearted cow. Well, that's how we're going to get this one out anyway. Like I say, never done it with a cow in this position. You got to pull down toward the ground, kid. Now, I'm going to hope she don't try to kick the shit out of us. I'm going to let her do it then. And we'll get her up. Lots of short ones.
I need you to take a breath on it. Come on.
I'll give you a bunch of little shorties and then, you know, hopefully I get them in the right order. Maybe you see the calf get born first. I don't know. I'm a little better than that. Don't know what we got yet, but... Heifer calf. Yeah, she throws some hellaciously nice calves, whether they're bulls or heifers. So, and so far, they don't have her attitude. But I'm sure that cow that Brendan's got for sale wouldn't let us get in here like this.
There you go. Good cop. Come on.
And I have no clue why she didn't just push that sucker out. She's big enough. She's had calves this size on her own before.
Come on, kid.
But
Stiff.
nice looking heifer calf.
Good Lena.
Yeah, we'll see what the rest of the day brings. If we get anything else done on the buggy or not. Yay. Figured I'd get you one last little shot of her. Drug the calf up here. And of course, you know, she went to breathing right and everything. Get him in the right position makes a big difference. She's been wanting to get up. That'd be Leaping Lena right there. And I ain't thrown a tape measure by those legs yet, but damn, those are some long legs. I'm kind of wondering if maybe the giraffe at the zoo got loose and made a trip over or something.
Yeah, Mommy says no. You keep cleaning.
See, she likes to shake her head and complain. And
She's my guard cow for a reason, guys.
usually pop her on the nose and she'll leave you alone, but damn, she wanted to kick today.
It's because of the polyp. I just talked to Grandma, and she said the polyp that she has is this big is probably the problem.
Yeah.
Why she started.
Ty says there's a polyp in there about the size of your fist just inside the vulva, so yeah, hopefully that's not an issue at a later date.
Grandma's making a note, and I am, so next time the vet's out, we'll have it checked.
That'll all get written in a book and on Mom's notes in the house. So
I mean, shit, she's a 2010 cow.
yeah, hell, she's a 12-year-old cow. She was 12 years old a couple months ago.
It's a funky little white tick.
It's just a mark on the neck. A tick's on the back.
Yeah, that's a funky mark.
Tick could be a white spot somewhere down the back, generally toward the back side of them. She just got her stripe with a
funky little stripe.
a little funny stretch of white in there. So anyway, that's enough. Hell, I'm going to have a half-hour video for the day's
I
done.
have like 22 seconds for you.
Oh yeah, she's got some that she's going to
I have
send
like
me
a
too.
minute, so yeah.
That means it's going to be a half-hour video. I hope not. My phone won't upload it if it is.
Good morning. And after a long time of waiting, I got a little guard heifer out of my guard cow, Lena. Yeah. Hi, pretty girl. Good mama. Yeah. You got some straw in your mouth, huh, kid? And you got your little babysitters. Well, guys, you discovered a nice walking down here and her baby's on the move. Hi, pretty girl. You say hi? She's a tall girl. And yes, I have cows mooing and I have yearlings moving at me. Because they're the only ones that haven't been fed their dinner yet, besides the dogs.